Sleepers Podcast, Monday, August 25th. Week 0 of college football is over. Week 1 of college football is here. It's Dion and I today. We are recording this on the Friday before the weekend, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen in football just yet. But happy new week, everybody. Hope the spirits are high today. Dion, how are you?
I'm doing great. I mean, Monday, that means we had a good weekend. Recording on Friday, those are my two favorite days of the week. I'm a Monday guy. I've never understood why people don't like Monday. I like Monday Night Football. I like Monday happy hours. I like the fact that the week's starting because it means in 4 more days I can watch college football again, which we lost out on. It's the beginning of everything. I love Mondays.
You being a Monday guy actually does make a lot of sense as you talk through it. But I
Oh,
also feel like you're just pretty much abundantly a positive guy. So like things most people hate, I feel like you'll spin into like, I like it, you know?
yeah, I mean, we only get one life to live. You got to find your enjoyment in all of it. I think like if if you can't find that enjoyment, like you got to find something that you enjoy. Like I build my whole week around my Sunday tea time or my Saturday tea time if it's NFL season. You know what I mean? And that's what I get to look forward to for 5 or 6 days, basically. And then it happens, and now I'm on Monday means I get to start looking forward to it again.
Sure. Can I get a Niners stock check with you? NFL season's almost here. You're a Niners fan. I know with Demarcus Robinson with an injury or something, was he going to be a big piece? What are vibes like?
Yeah, we're in shambles. We're in complete shambles. But we just paid our quarterback like $260 million. So the way I see
Purdy?
it, yeah,
My guy Brock got $260 million. dollars.
5 years, 260. He got like 200 of it guaranteed.
Oh my God.
Crazy, crazy. Him, Trent Williams, and Bosa combined to take up like 110 million on our cap sheet next year.
Dude, I wonder if he was getting recruited by others because that's essentially the offer I wanted to make Brian Ralph about a month ago. And ultimately, I didn't do enough to keep him. But shout out to the Niners for keeping Brock Purdy.
Respectfully to Ralph, I hope he doesn't take this the wrong way. I wish we didn't do enough. I wish we did what sleepers did to hit the portal. Like I don't want Ralph to take that the wrong way, but I'm not like a big Purdy guy. But if I am wrong, this team will be fine. Because I say this all the time. This quarterback position is all that matters in football. If you have your QB, the rest of it doesn't matter. Like I feel the same way about the Lions, where everybody's talking about, oh, well, we don't have Ben Johnson anymore. Well, if Jared Goff's good, it shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Pat Mahomes has had Lord knows how many offensive coordinator, Lord knows how many people around, and they just win. Josh Allen, Burrow, so on and so forth. If Purdy is really in that echelon of players, as we're paying him to be, we should be fine. But this roster is in shambles. I don't think Bosa's practicing, um, but he does like a lot of warming up. He just does a lot of warming up, and then he doesn't practice. Ayuk is allegedly injured. I just watched him hit a post route at full speed. So
Y'all
I
still
don't,
got Ayuk?
huh?
You still have Ayuk?
Yeah, he's coming off a torn ACL.
Oh, honestly, I thought Ayuk retired. I thought when that ACL happened, I thought it was just the end.
Yeah, well, it's because he doesn't practice. But another player. So our team, most of them don't practice, but boy, do they warm up well. Our stretching portion of practices is special. We come off the bus, we stretch, we do light jogs. We look like a Super Bowl contender. And then we start putting pads on, and half the roster walks to the medical tent. And
Yeah.
I just don't know what's happening at the moment. But we got Saleh back, the defensive coordinator. I'm not a huge fan of his, but I don't know. We're in shambles. But to be completely honest, though, I mean, you're a Lions fan. Who in the NFC is good?
Ooh, that's a good question, Dion. That's a very good question, honestly. I mean, I think the entire NFC North is pretty good, to be honest. I don't know how good, but pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think
Like
the
I,
Bears are
I,
actually going to be good. I'm terrified by that preseason game. I think the Packers should be decent. I think the Lions will obviously be good. I think yeah, there's not a lot of, I mean, the Eagles are still the Eagles, right?
so the Eagles are the only team that like strikes fear in me.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think the Niners are that good, but like I don't think anybody's that far ahead of us. Like I feel like every team in the NFC has question marks besides the Eagles, and even the Eagles. I'm gonna give them one question mark: championship hangover.
Yeah.
You got that dog in you. Going back to back ain't that easy. It's easy to win one. It's hard to go back to back.
Yeah, you're
So
not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. I love the fact that we can have these conversations. It is football season. I also can shamelessly plug something because it's my program and I'm allowed to do whatever the hell I want. Today, by the time you're listening to this, you are going to see Ryan Hammer's debut on the Sleepers channel outside of just the transfer videos that we've worked on. So Hammer and I are going to do all the short videos on Monday together. And then Tanner McGrath from the Action Network and I are going to do the full pod episode for Tuesday. So stay tuned. A couple of our new faces getting more involved on the day-to-day workflows. Still got to get Jay Mann involved at some point, but I know he's doing some of the transfer videos with Riley Davis as well. So we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty excited. Have any of the newbies on our team caught your eye, Dion? What are your early impressions?
I enjoy Hammer's pod that he does. The one he just, I believe he's on episode 3 now.
Blue Bloods, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
I
good.
enjoy that pod. He did the one with Evan Miyakawa. I enjoy his pod a lot. J Man, I think, is entertaining in general. Um, and then Tanner is probably the smartest person on the channel, just like in
Yeah,
general. Like he's to me, he brings a level of basketball analysis that I think is different. At least than I bring. I don't want to speak for anybody else, but I know I know it's different than what I bring.
yeah. I like where our team's at right now. I think we got a full arsenal of different sort of personalities and brains, and I like where we're headed. So it should be fun to have both Hammer and Tanner uh, do the daily stuff that you always see Carter and I and Dion working on a regular basis. So stay tuned for that. Do you have a YouTube comment today?
I do. It's from Hot Take Hater. He said, "Come on, Carter. My comment saying Greg looked like Anthony Davis with that T-shirt on under the Kentucky jersey on Tuesday was gold. Should have been YouTube comment of the day." Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it gold. Like if we were running the Olympics of YouTube comments, I'm gonna give you it gold for today, because you posted it twice, and I like that. That's initiative. I like the hunger. I would give it bronze or silver though. Like you would place, but I wouldn't call it gold.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I think you're probably right, honestly. I was going to try and defend that, but it was fine. It was fine. All right, there's your analysis. I just realized we're probably in trouble with the comment section again because we don't know where Carter and Riley left off, do we?
Uh, no, I love when Card does the comments ended thing for like 2 days.
But I think, okay, if I'm listening to this correctly, I think they recorded this on Wednesday. So I think the ones from yesterday morning should be where we start, which means we're going to start our Discord comments with All Hail the Pope, who says, Happy Riley Friday. Any great weekend plans? My brother is getting married Saturday and asked me to be his bartender. I'm going to introduce them to water hazards. Any other drink mixtures you all think?
Um, Big plans for me this weekend. 4:30 in the morning Saturday, Tottenham City, me versus Cart. I will be up at 4 a.m. tormenting Cart 30 minutes before that game. If he's not awake at 7 a.m., I'm hoping Leon wakes him up. It's me versus him for 2 hours. He'll probably win that battle, but I'm gonna win, or he'll win the war. I'm gonna win the battle. Tea time right after. Gonna have waters hazards on it, and then we're home in time for college football.
Wow. Wow. Look at this. I have a trip to the casino coming Saturday night with a couple of mutual friends of Mal and I's that they won some jackpot, I guess. My buddy won a jackpot at a casino and then got invited back for like a jackpot winners dinner, and he invited us to tag along. So I think we're getting wine and dine at a casino a little bit Saturday night. We got a sitter putting the kids down. Should be fun.
I love getting wine and dine at a casino, by the way.
Yeah, wine and dine top three thing I think that can happen, right? Just people giving you free things.
Facts. And then when you
Sounds fun.
factor in, you can just go play poker right after you're done being wine and dined is amazing.
Yeah, sounds fun. And then all hail the Pope. Yeah, just keep rocking water hazards. No changes to that. That's on the menu for me right now. All hail the Pope says, "Who is you all's pick to win the football championship?" I think mine is Penn State.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, I can't get behind any of these teams. I think all of them have massive flaws.
Feels like a wide open year. It really does.
If I had to, I think I'd go Ohio State again.
I think I agree, even though God, doesn't it feel a little bit gross?
Yeah. And Julian Saint doesn't feel good to me.
Yeah, I'm
I
with
don't,
you. I'm with you. But yeah, I don't know. I think if I'm going Big Ten, I'd go Ohio State, but I'd rather go a team that I think has the pieces needed and the quarterback that I like. So for that reason, give me Texas. Give me Arch. but I
I
don't
like
feel
that.
confident whatsoever. It feels like a wide open year. More all hail the Pope. Or no, excuse me. This is Sleeve. Sleeve says college basketball has always been a copycat league of the NBA. This year, Duke reminds me a lot of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Fresh off that finals run, OKC had versatile defenders who could dribble, pass, and shoot. Duke's got the same mix with Foster, Sarr, Boozer, and Big Pat in the middle. If Shire gets them to buy in, I think Duke's a top five defense, and I've actually got them third right now behind Houston and Purdue. That's my Sleeve take of the week.
I mean, I've been saying that for a few months, so I definitely agree. Maybe not the Thunder portion of it, but I've had Purdue, Houston, Duke, the top three for a little while.
I'm buying Duke stock a lot. I have a new take to unveil. There's a team that I'm selling that I've just decided that I'm selling.
Houston?
I'm going to sell Houston.
Yeah.
The closer we get to the season, I want Duke and BYU and UConn stock, and I do not want Houston considered the second best team in the sport.
Yeah, I think I have Houston second best team in the sport because I think they have a good roster, coming off a national championship appearance. The same reason I have Florida in my top 10. Do I believe Florida is actually a top 10 team? Not necessarily.
It's mostly entirely out of Kelvin Sampson respect that you have
Yes.
Houston that high, but I like these other rosters more. That's a good take, Sleeve. I like it. All hail the Pope says Pope said he plans on spending 30 minutes a week with all players individually each week. You think that will help or not? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the quote was that he has been spending 30 minutes a week with players in the summer. He's been doing a 30-minute meeting with every Kentucky player once a week.
So he's spending 8 hours of his week, 8 of his work week with his players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I love Mark Pope and I love Kentucky, and anything he does is going to be amazing. That just doesn't feel that crazy to me, though.
How much of those are chess playing?
Do you
Right?
think
I mean, that's
he
that's
just
kind of where I'm at.
I want to know if he goes to the barber shop with them. Because if they're
Oh,
getting 30-minute haircuts, that's not long enough.
yeah, he has to go to the East Coast now if he wants to go to Caden Lewis's barber again. So I don't know. We'll see. All Hail the Pope says JQ and Pope have played chat. There you go, chess. He is the only player that had a winning record against Pope. He is up 5-1. He is really smart, not just crazy athletic. So the guy that flunked his driver's test is really smart because he beat Mark Pope in chess.
I think that says more about everybody else.
Listen, man, I can't wait for the season to get here. That's where I'm at right now. Sid says, in your time covering college basketball, I'm sure you've had your fair share of run-ins with different fan bases. I came up with a few superlatives. Assign a fan base to each of them for fun. Don't use the same fan base more than once. Okay, this sounds dangerous. Number one, the overly optimistic fan base.
Illinois.
Trying to think if there's a different one than that that bugs me. Honestly, North Carolina.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. I think I would classify Illinois as the overly defensive fan base.
Yeah, there might be more for Illinois later. I think North Carolina is endlessly like forgets last season and overly optimistic to me. Overly pessimistic fan base.
None of them? I can't think of one.
Trying to go through. I mean, there's been phases for like I was really pessimistic when Juwan was here. I feel like Michigan State goes through cycles of being overly pessimistic, but that also could just be Cart only being overly pessimistic. So I don't know that there is one. The fan base most likely to throw something on the court.
Um, WNBA fans.
Or I don't know, UConn gets really aggressive defending their guys. I feel like if something happened with Hurley, they would be that fan base.
I think
Fan
Hurley would
base you
like
get the most hate from?
that. Oh,
Me
easy.
me personally is Michigan State. Um the sleepers channel is either Kentucky or Purdue.
I was gonna say ever is probably Purdue when I just proclaimed Zach Edey's not gonna be like all NBA as a rookie, essentially. No, that wasn't quite what I said. Maybe Illinois. I don't know. They didn't like that I didn't know Illinois was an academic institution.
You don't think it's Kentucky?
For me,
Yeah, I mean this week they've been at your necks.
oh, I didn't know that was happening.
That's true. Yeah, we
Like,
were the only ones aware that they were after us because of Dion this week. No, I think historically add it all up, the most ruthless fan base to me personally has been Purdue, which is kind of a bummer because I do feel like we have done a lot of really positive, great coverage on Purdue. But oh well, it comes in waves, comes and goes. Last one, the fan base most likely to miss the game because they are too busy tailgating, Illinois. Or
I was gonna say
me at any Final Four.
I was gonna say Indiana. Just I feel like it's a party in Bloomington.
Illinois, I don't know. I've interacted with fans at Illinois when we go to games, and I 100% like we would show up 30 minutes late because we're just having fun at the bar. They bought moonshine shots last time we were there. Yeah,
That's fun.
yeah, it
That's
was
fun.
fun. Okay, thank you, Sid. That was a fun prompt. Mutant Matt says, "Give me a top three '90s hip hop R&B songs." Here's mine: SWV, "I'm So Into You," Young MC, "Bust a Move," Fresh Prince, "Summertime."
Yeah, I'm not a big '90s hip hop guy. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I treat '90s hip hop the way I treat like '70s and '80s basketball. But
Yeah,
if I had to, uh, what is it? Is it Juicy by Biggie?
I'm not a Biggie guy.
I think it's Juicy by Biggie. 99 Problems, Jay-Z. Um, is Empire State of Mind '90s or is that 2000s?
That was like 2011, I swear. Yeah, I don't know. We are doing the Carter thing here, but I think this is a little bit pre our time. I mean, I was a 90s baby, 93, but like I wasn't listening to hip hop when I was 6. So it would be more like I know a couple 90s songs that I do like, but it's hard for me to like passionately defend a top 3 the way I would with 2000s. Just off the top of my head quickly, Hit 'em Up's a 90s song, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
would take Hit 'em Up. I also am probably gonna get shit for this, but the Wild Wild West, Will Smith,
Fire. That song's fire.
banger, absolute banger. I will defend that to the death. And then probably something from one of the early Eminem albums, but I'm kind of at a loss on what songs that would be exactly. I feel like
Yeah.
Slim Shady was later.
Slim Shady was '90s,
Wasn't it
I
like
think.
2000 or 2001? I might have the year wrong.
Oh, maybe. That's like all jumbled together to me.
Yeah, I feel like he had his big breakout like in 2000, 2001. I'm trying to pick something from like before that, but I don't have a good answer, Matt. I'm sorry. War Chant says going to have a gray hair party night on Saturday, going to the Brotherhood of Rock concert. I'm going to stop for a moment before I read the rest of this comment. I have no idea what that means.
I don't either.
That collection of words, I have no idea what it is intending to say. Back to the comment, mostly for nostalgia that the 3 original bands brings. Styx is one of the bands, and I am a Steelers fan. Should I bring my terrible towel for when they play Renegade at the end? I saw Styx before like 15 years ago and saw at least 100 terrible towels in the crowd.
Yeah, bring it.
Okay. Still don't know what's going on. I know Styx is a band, but sure. Towel? Yeah, maybe. What are the best sports game day traditions with music and entertainment? An example would be the Steelers and Renegade, which I think is the best, but there are others. Virginia Tech, Enter Sandman, Wisconsin's Jump Around.
I hate jump around. Um, Pat, is it Crazy Train with the Pats?
I don't know.
I think it's Crazy Train or Eagles, Dreams, and Nightmares. I don't know if that's a tradition, but whenever they do it, it's fire.
It's hard to know without being at a lot of these stadiums. Like the Mackey Arena thing, Lance Jones liked. That was fun. Duke does like the Every Time We Touch, which Riley hates, but I think it's funny. Michigan does Mr. Brightside for football. I think that's solid. I like Jump Around at the Wisconsin games. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I bet you there's a lot better ones that we just don't even know because we haven't been to some of the games. I Maynor wraps us up today and says Duke's quarterback is set to be paid more than the quarterback at Oklahoma, Michigan, and Miami per on 3. I used to pray for times like this. Is Duke a bigger realignment target if they are spending on football like this?
Um, Couple notes. Oklahoma's quarterback is returning, I believe. Michigan's quarterback is a freshman. Miami's quarterback is Carson Beck. So when you, and also like Michigan's quarterback might be the most popular college football player not to have the last name Manning. I mean, he just signed a beat steal, so I don't know. I don't know how true that all this is, but what I would say is, um, yes. And the reason they're going to be a big realignment target is not Duke. And I'm a Brotherhood member. Brotherhood, let's not be mad at me. UNC is completely bought into football at the moment. And if UNC buys into football the way that it looks like they have under Jordan and Bill, UNC is going SEC bound. And if UNC is going to the SEC, I think they're going to want Duke to come with them.
Under Jordan and Bill. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really buy some of these numbers, to be honest. Like Bryce Underwood was rumored to go to Michigan for like 7 mil, and now it's 3 mil, and he's making less than Darian Mensah from Duke. I just don't believe this. I think it's really hard to track NIL. None of this is on record. A lot of it's like under the table bullshit still. It's not regulated. So respectfully, I think On3 does great work, and a lot of this is just like make content, make stories out of this. I don't believe the accuracy of any of this, whether On3 or anyone reports this. So it's cool. Like if I'm Duke, I celebrate it. We're the highest paying quarterback in the sport, but don't think it's necessarily true.
Also, your quarterback should make more than Carson Beck, man. Stinks.
Okay. All right. Don't tell. Is he still dating the Cavender twin?
No, he cheated on her as soon as he got to Miami.
Mm. Is that what helped some of the recent Cavender twins' decisions in their
Oh yeah,
personal life?
yeah, they're doing well. They're doing well. Good doctor.
So Carson Beck may be a very influential. Maybe he's higher on the influence list based on that.
One of the smartest decisions I think a human being has ever made is the other Cavender twin uh, made that decision 8 months before her wedding. I mean, special awareness.
Crazy. All right, that's the Discord comments. What a show, folks! Join the Discord, support the program. We appreciate everybody in there. We read your comments every single day. We are brought to you by nobody. We got some sponsors coming out for football season, but still not finalized yet. So we'll wait and see. For now, we get to our show. Topic one today, Isaac Trotter from CBS Sports had an article that we alluded to on Shorts on Friday of last week. But basically, he went through some of the biggest positional upgrades that teams made, things that feel like they were weaknesses that are now going to be viewed as strengths based on offseason moves that have been made. These became more kind of, I don't know, broadly termed than just like player for player. It was like BYU's perimeter defense, UConn's point of attack offensive initiation, things like that. I would like to dumb it down on our end because we're dumb and just sort of frame this in terms of very one for one who turned into who and what's an upgrade. What are the five or so biggest upgrades that college basketball teams made this season? For the sake of ease on our part, let's just do five because I think we could probably do like 10, but let's really try to whittle this down into five spot specific, this turned into this upgrades that we think will define the college hoop season.
I'm done. So, question: it's a player for player. Like PJ Haggerty goes to Kansas State, they get better at scoring.
I'm viewing it like this, and I'm going to give you an example of one that I think is undeniably on our list.
Okay,
Will Berg and Caleb First into Oscar Clough and Daniel Jacobson.
got you. Okay,
And I
okay.
think that's arguably number one on the list.
I mean, can we add one more from um Purdue too?
See, I don't think the shooting guard one is here. I don't think
I
it
was
cracks
thinking
the top five.
the ball handling.
Yeah, but it's a lot of the same guys. Like I don't think ball handling was a weakness last year, you
I
know?
got you.
So that's kind of what I'm after. I'm after like total turnaround this into this.
Okay, okay. I think I know what to do with this one. So no Omer. So I have to get off my Omer.
You have to get
Off my
off Omer.
Omer.
I think it's fair to say you have to get off Omer.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
I know it's going to totally sidetrack this entire conversation, but I think that's where we're
Um,
at. I can spitball some other options if needed, but I don't want to dominate the convo too much.
I got one I don't know if you or Michigan fans will necessarily agree with, but I think the front court at Michigan should be on it too. I know Danny Wolf is special, and Golden was also really good, but I do think this Michigan team is substantially better than last year's, and it's led by the front court.
I think we got to see. I'm okay with the concept of it, but I don't think on paper we can be like this is a turnaround upgrade because Vlad and Danny were so good. You know what I mean? Trying to think of other examples that are kind of more in like this was a clear weakness and now it's good. I've said it before, but like I do think UConn's point guard spot is pretty obviously here.
Yeah,
Or if we really wanted to do a different UConn one, you could convince me it's Samson Johnson and Terrace into Terrace and Ryby at center, but that sounds harder because Terrace is involved in both of it. So I don't know. For me, I'd rather do like Hassan Diarra into Silas Demery and Malachi Smith.
I
Hassan
like that.
Diarra and Aiden Mahaney.
I like that. I like
Okay.
that. Who would you classify as Indiana's two wings last year?
Ooh, like Goody and Mbako or Carlisle and one of them.
Any combination of those three into Lamar Wilkerson and Tucker DeVries.
I like that. All right. So yeah, let's figure that out. I don't want to put Luke Goody on it because I love Luke Goody. So
Let's do Carlisle and Ibaka.
okay, Cannon, Carlisle, and Mackenzie Mbako into. I like that. Good shout. Lamar Wilkerson and Tucker DeVries.
Sturts at Iowa.
The ones where it's a complete roster reset are harder for me because it doesn't feel
Okay.
like a replacement. It just feels like you just swapped out everything.
Okay.
But I mean, Indiana qualifies because I think that is very clearly like one spot that's upgraded. Trying to think, like, I don't think there's anything with Kentucky because I don't think they really had a crazy weak spot anywhere last year.
No.
Louisville, the guards are so good, but Chucky Hepburn was good last year, so it can't be that. Um, there's got to be a couple more that we're missing here.
Um, this is a stretch, but I think the point guard play at Duke's a little better this year.
Ooh, give me the pitch for that. I'm open to it.
It's a stretch. It's a big stretch, but I feel like Proctor was more of a wing, and I mean that like I was a big fan of Proctor, but I think going for just the point guard position, I think they have more ball handling with Caden, even Caleb Foster to an extent. Dame Sarr can play point. I think they have more optionality at the point guard position than they had last year. It's a stretch, though. I don't know if it classifies.
Proctor was good enough, it feels hard to say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like where you're headed with it. It just feels hard to say. I think I might have two more nominations, but you are also free to shut any of these down as we go. Um, the first nomination for me, I think it would be St. John's and their scorers,
Hopkins and Ian.
but they're kind of missing a point guard.
I think the problem is with St. John's is like RJ Lewis didn't he like lead the Big East in scoring?
He was really good. It would have to be framed more as like I don't know, the guards probably, but it's hard to call it an upgrade when St. John's feels like they don't even have a point guard still, right?
What about this one
And like
feels
Kadari Richmond was good last year.
I have one. I don't love it though after the Elijah Arenas injury, but I was gonna say Rice and Baker Mazar on the wing for USC is a pretty big upgrade too.
But Claude and Yates were good.
Where's Des Claude at now?
Washington together with Yates. Honestly, I would argue Claude and Yates at Washington might be one.
Claude Yates and Hans?
Or here, let's work through. I'm going to scroll through Big 12 rosters because I feel like we haven't talked to anybody in the Big 12 really yet. Houston was good. There's nobody there.
No BYU, no Arizona.
BYU was too good. Iowa
And
State was good. Baylor didn't get better.
Tech, same thing.
Texas Tech didn't get better. Yeah, there might not be one in the Big 12. Here's the other one I was going to say that I think is good unless you shoot it down. North Carolina's front court pretty clearly
Yeah,
way better.
yeah.
Like probably higher on the list, maybe number 2 on this list.
Honestly, maybe one. That front court was bad last year.
They're going from Jalen Washington and let's call it Jalen Withers to Vasar. And are we giving him Wilson or are we giving him Stevenson? Let's give him Wilson. Let's be
Wilson.
nice.
Yeah, Wilson. What about Virginia Tech?
Give me the pitch.
The two international kids just subbing in for anybody.
I just put them anywhere. I have a hard time lumping them together is the only thing. Like I wouldn't know where to put them, but I like the shout.
I don't know. This is a tough exercise.
This is a tough exercise. I feel like we're one away. We got four I feel really good about. Purdue center spot, North Carolina front court, UConn point guard, Indiana wings. We just need to like track down one more. The only conference I haven't gone like team by team through right now is the SEC.
And it can't be like just a player gets better that's already on the roster,
I
right?
don't think so. I think it's like we went out and fixed this.
Okay. SEC to
Um,
me honestly got worse. I was going through those in my head. Like I was thinking Auburn or Bama, but they got worse everywhere.
yeah, it can't be Florida because they were nasty.
Yeah.
Um, it,
Georgia? Can
Bama
it?
did Bama didn't do enough. I don't think it's Georgia because I don't really love anything they got. Auburn got worse. Tennessee got a new backcourt, but like were Ziegler and Lanier, they were good, so you can't say that.
What about Illinois?
I'm listening.
The Wings. Andre, I guess Kylan's already on the roster, but you sub Andre and Kylan for Kylan and whoever.
I don't know though, because Kylan was on the team.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. But I think Andre is so much better than anything else that they had last year, minus Kasparis who plays point. Like I think they have a huge upgrade on the wing just
I
through
would
him.
almost, if we were going to do Illinois, I would almost want to call it the front court, but Big T was around, so it's hard to do the front court. But like to
I
me,
can't do that because Rickhouse is going to start. It feels like too.
we would diss your boy Hum if we did that. So,
Well, it's hard to say they upgraded in the front court if they're just going to start two guys that were on the roster last year anyway.
right.
Like I don't know.
All right, I have two. I have two proposals, and I'll let
Oh,
you pick. Oh
I
wait,
got
wait,
one.
wait, wait, wait!
UCLA.
UCLA. No, I bet you there's people listening to this who are like screaming at us. Yeah, it's just Donovan Dent for Dylan Andrews.
Yeah, it's UCLA. It's UCLA.
That's all it is. Donovan Dent for Dylan Andrews.
Yeah, it's UCLA.
So, you know what? Honestly, I think that's probably number three, too.
Yeah.
Dylan Andrews into Donovan Dent. All right. So, our official top five here. Will Bergen, Caleb Ferguson, Oscar Clough, and Daniel Jacobson is our biggest upgrade in the entire sport. Jalen Washington and Jalen Withers for UNC into Vasar and Wilson. Dylan Andrews into Donovan Dent for UCLA, number three. Hassan Diarra and Aiden Mahaney into Silas Demery and Malachi Smith at UConn. And then number five, Cannon Carlisle, Mackenzie Mbako into Lamar Wilkerson and Tucker DeVries. Do you feel good about that final group?
I love it. I do want to say this. Omer has a case. Omer has a case.
I love
When-
Homer, but it's all the same guys around
That's fair.
Homer.
But when we go back, if we should do the same thing in February,
Yeah,
and I think we're looking at like Omer's had a bigger impact like over his previous over who he replaced than a lot of these guys.
I can agree to those terms. For topic two today, I want to go through each of our favorite teams in college basketball and collectively come up with one lineup that we want to see the most.
Ooh.
So this is not like who's going to start. This is not who are the best five players. This is let's get creative and come up with something that we want to see used as a collection of five guys on the court.
Okay.
Where do you want to start here, Dion? Let's do like all 10 of our favorite teams to talk about.
Purdue.
Start with Purdue. Okay, what five this was what I was thinking about last night. I don't know if there is a creative answer for Purdue.
Yeah,
Because
it's not creative.
you want TKR and Braden, and TKR can't be the five, I don't think.
Oh, that's the lineup I want to see.
What is it? Give me the pitch.
Braden, CJ, Fletch, Omer, TKR. That's the five I want to see.
Braden, CJ. So you talk me through this though, because that's Fletcher Lawyer at the four.
Actually, let me make a sub. Let me make a sub. Let me make a sub. Put Jacobson in for TKR.
No TKR?
We're just talking fun lineups we want to see. Just fun lineups we want to see. I think you could do two Purdue lineups that I want to see. I'm choosing the TKR one because I don't want to sub Braden out. The key to Purdue this year is what happens when you sub TKR off the floor, what happens when you sub Braden off the floor. And I think this is a lineup that could make Purdue very like dangerous with TKR not on the court.
Why is that better than just with TKR on the court, though?
I mean, it's not better. It's just more creative and interesting, but it's definitely not better. I mean, I think the best possible lineup is
Yeah, this isn't about making the best lineup. I hear you, but like I guess I don't know why they would play that. Why do they want? Excuse me. Why do they want Fletcher the four?
well, TK. I mean, I don't think TKR is going to play 40 minutes, and I think the way you manage like TKR not playing, I don't think is taking your best players off the court. I think they have enough talent to where you can now begin to stagger minutes. And so you take TKR off the court, you keep Braden on, and then you sub TKR back on for Braden, and now you go Omer, CJ, Fletch, TKR, Jacobson. And then Braden comes back in for CJ or Omer, depending on where we're at with it.
Okay, work with me a little on this then. If it's just a non TKR lineup, what's our creativity?
What do you mean?
Like
Oh, it's Omer at the four. That's the creative aspect of it. And it
he's 6'3".
yeah,
They're not doing that. Like
let's
that's
run. Let's
but like
run.
here's my counter proposal to this idea of like a lineup without TKR. What's the most unique thing they could do? Jacobson at the four, Clough at the five. Because Jacobson can shoot.
Oh, I mean, are we 100% sure he can shoot?
100% sure he can shoot.
Like, okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, if Jacobson can shoot, okay. So here's my thing with Jacobson, though. Like, if he can actually shoot respectfully to Clough, like, I don't think Clough should be starting.
I mean, I think the upside play for Purdue, if the season goes like 100 out of 100 good, is that Jacobson will.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I
I
like
mean,
that.
I'm open to this. I think like I'm trying to honestly envision we're gonna put this on a graphic. Like here's lineups we want to
That's
see. I
fair.
have no idea how I'm gonna defend this. We're putting Fletcher at the four. I don't want to see
Maybe
that. I think that's horrible.
maybe no Purdue then, because I don't think there's anything creative like to do with Purdue. Like, I don't think there's anything you could do that like no one else would do.
What about this? Just keep the big two in Braden TKR. Pick a center. I don't even care, but a different guard in for Fletch.
So you go like CJ Cox, Omer instead of Fletch.
Because the pitches we want some like defense involved instead of going Fletch, Omer, Braden, having no defense.
I love Omer. Love Omer. I'm probably number one fan base. I think that's the argument for Omer not to play, though.
It would because I mean the Purdue argument would be that Jakari, Harris, or CJ Cox are good enough defensively that happens.
Yeah, I think like that argument, which I'm down for that lineup, by the way, but I think the argument would like from Purdue fans would be like CJ would sub in for Omer, not Fletch, because of the shooting.
Okay. All right. Well, let's make a call here. I'll let you make a call. We've just talked through a bunch of different ways to attack this. That's how good Purdue is.
Let's go with yours, but Purdue fans, like let's just, like it's hard to be creative with your team. It's too good, but I it's too good. It's hard to get. If we get creative, it sounds ridiculous, but
I don't even
Braden
know what
CJ.
mine is. So what what line
Uh,
do you want to go with? I'm
you
fine to
said
go with yours
Braden.
too if you want.
I think you said Braden, CJ, Omer, TKR, then one of the bigs, right?
Braden, CJ, Omer, TKR, and I think it'd probably be Jacobson because you're trying to get defense.
And you're subbing Fletch out, so I think you need to add shooting to it if you're gonna go that route.
Braden, CJ, Omer, TKR, Jacobson, which is going to be different than the starting lineup because the starting lineup I think should be Fletcher and Clough. So we're
Hmm.
saying put CJ and Jacobson in for Fletcher and Clough.
Yeah, and by the way, if Omer doesn't start, they will be hearing from me.
Okay. Uh, keep guiding me. Where do you want to go next?
You want to do Michigan? Is it possible to get creative with Michigan?
It's the one that I talked about earlier, but yeah, I have a Michigan lineup I for sure want to see.
I think it's the one you talked about earlier too.
Yaxel at point.
Yep.
And then defensively, you go massive. So it'd be Yaxel. Honestly, we can pick the guys in between we want. I would want Yaxel, Namari Burnett, Trey McKenney, just
Yeah.
just two great shooters. And then Merez at the 4, Marr at the 5.
Yeah, I love that lineup. Also, Trey McKinney's not getting talked about nearly enough at the moment. Like Michigan's just bringing a McDonald's All-American off the bench, like pretty deep into the bench too. It's not like he's coming right off the bench.
Yeah, I remind Card every chance I can get there. Yeah, no, in all seriousness, if Cadeau goes south, I think they're going to look into playing point guard Yaxel a little bit. Or even if Cadeau's good, there's an argument that using Yaxel the way they use Danny Wolf as the half court point guard would be what's best for this team. If you do that, it opens the door for both Merez and Mara to play together. Everybody's happy in the front court, and then you might have some frustrations from guards in the backcourt minutes, but as long as you have shooters in between them, it could work.
You're never going to hear me argue against the best player having the ball in his hands. If Yaxel is clearly their best player, he can handle the ball. Elliot, like I respect everything you've done. And like the choice you made, Yaxel deserves to have the ball in his hands.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Okay, Illinois is next. What do you have for Illinois?
Oh man, I mean, I think you go both of Visich brothers.
I want Wagler involved in this no matter what, because he's like
Okay,
the breakout guy from the summer.
okay,
So my thing, honestly, my gut is telling me, what if they ran Wagler and Andre and
okay,
solve the issue of the iffy fours by
okay.
going Wagler, Andre, Petro, Boswell, go small, and then pick the center you want with that
I mean, I think we have to go BT.
because he's just the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Andre is big enough and Wagler has some height. I think you could get away with that.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. And it's enough shooting and passing on the floor too.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go Petrovic, Boswell, Wagler, Stojakovic at the 4, and then Tom Ivisic at the 5. Okay, next up is Michigan State.
Oh man. I mean, Fears has to be on the court, like for sure.
No, we can do whatever we want with this.
I mean, Cohen at the 4 is my pitch. I think you go Cohen at the 4. You're too small, but Cohen and Kohler side by side. That's the most creative, that's the most talented lineup that they have at the 4 and 5.
I think you're right.
But it's too small. But I think you still do it and just see what happens. Play zone on defense.
Yeah,
The 3 is it Kurtang?
it could be for sure.
Izzo says his name all the time. I can't get it out of my head.
Just Kurtang.
Yeah, every interview Izzo does, he just talks about Kurtang for like 20 minutes, it feels like.
What are we doing with the Michigan State front court, though?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's too small, but I think you go Cohen and Kohler.
Okay. Okay.
I
All
think
right.
it's too small, though.
Do you have fears with that group?
Yeah, I think that's how you make Fears work with the group is by going Cohen, Kohler, 4 5. You still have the spacing, you have the floor general, you're lacking interior defense for sure, probably lacking rebounding, but Cohen jumps out the gym, just convince him to go get some defensive rebounds. I think it's okay.
Fears, Tang, Fort, Cohen, Kohler.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I think I like that. Defensively, you might suffer a little bit, but that might be what they need offensively. So,
honestly, I think that's what they need to make it all go.
all right, let's do Kentucky next.
Ooh, ooh. Jalen Lowe, obviously. JQ, I think JQ at the 5.
Low, Owe, JQ, all definitely in it, and then just surrounding them with whoever we want, I think.
Yeah. Big Yelly at the 4 would be my pitch.
And then Jasper, because that's my upside guy. I like him more than
Hey,
Aberdeen.
I was gonna say Jasper and Cam, though they were gonna be my 2 picks for the last spot.
Let's go Jasper. Let's go
I like that.
Jasper. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to play with Kentucky too much because we like their big three. So that's what I would go with. All right. We're through 5 teams. Who do you want to do next? What team have
I
we not done that sounds fun?
I got a fun one. I think there's only one player on this team that's locked in, Duke,
Okay. Ooh.
because I think you could go a million different directions with this team. A million different directions.
Okay.
I
I'm
would go
listening.
Dame at the 1, Isaiah Evans at the 2, Wilkins at the 3, Cam, Big Pat. That also just might be their starting five now that I just said it out loud.
Dame at the one?
Actually, I would sub Kamenia in for Wilkins. I like Kamenia a lot.
Wilkins is in mine. Dude, they have so many good players.
So many good players. You can go a million different directions.
I actually like Sar Evans, Wilkins, Boozer, Nagamba because that's huge. My pitch would be if you do that, Cam Boozer's the point guard.
Ooh, well, yeah. I mean, I think that's why you play Dame at the one because like he can defend whoever. He could handle the ball, but Cam's in the Paolo Banchero role.
Okay. I like that. Just a jumbo supersized Duke lineup.
Yeah, and you could really you could even take out Big Pat and put Kamenia in. Like that's what I mean? Like in theory.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like the jumbo. I bet we actually do see that lineup too, honestly. Okay. We've done Kentucky and Duke. What about who else do we care about? Have we done BYU yet? No.
No BYU, no Louisville yet, but BYU I don't think we can get creative with though.
I mean, it's definitely Wright, DeBonsa, Saunders, Moo Davis.
And Kada.
Ah, no, not Kada. I want the
Oh,
five-star
Stanton?
freshman. I want Staten.
I like that.
So Wright, because I think his size could be the key to this team's season. Wright, Moo Davis, DeBonsa, Saunders, and Staten. Okay. Okay. Are we gonna get real cute with Louisville?
I think so.
Run all four guards at once? But then
With
who's the big that you trust?
the what's the international kid's name? I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry.
Sonata Frew,
Yeah,
Michael McNeely, Woolley,
Conwell.
Conwell all together, and then Frew.
Yeah.
Do you think that's actually a viable option or no?
There's no minimum amount of time these lineups have to play together, right? Like it just is at a time in the game.
It's just strictly a lineup we want to see.
For 5 minutes every game, I think you can run this lineup.
Okay.
Not for long, but those 5 minutes, like you're about to wear that other team down.
Just like literally like a death lineup to close games, and that's it.
Yeah. And you just deploy it like we're just gonna run you up and down this court for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. That would be fun. Is there any team we haven't done yet? We've done eight. We could do UConn. We could do UNC.
I was gonna say UConn and UNC. I don't know how crazy we can get with UConn though.
Yeah, UConn's is like basically just picking between. Well, no, UConn's would have Jacob Furphy in it for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really like him.
I like Berkey. I could get behind. Who would you sub him in for though?
That's the thing. Honest, I might. They're not gonna like it. I might want him at point. Hurley gave him a point guard shout out.
Instead of Demery?
So you run Furphy, Ball, Mullins, Caravan, and then I would argue Ryby because
I
I'm
think you
still
have
really
to.
high on his rim protection.
Yeah, I think you got to go Ryby. I also like. I'm not saying I don't like Demery as a player because I do. I'm not nearly as high on Demery as I think a lot of people are.
Yeah.
I think his floor is pretty high. I think his ceiling is kind of low too. Like
I think
he's
for me,
solid.
for me, it's year two with him more than year one. But they don't need him to be anything crazy in year one, just be good. So
Yeah,
yeah, okay. I would and like Furphy and Ryby are like the international connection guys, so that'd be fun. So
yeah.
and it's a jumbo lineup. I like that. All right, to end, let's do UNC. UNC is the one that like I don't know. We're kind of just picking between front court options, I feel like, but
So it's Trimble, Luca, Caleb, right?
it's probably Luca at the one,
And then Trimble at the two.
Bogovac at the one, Trimble at the two. Is it Wilson at the three and then go big, or are we trying to fit in like another shooter in between them? Jonathan Powell's a shooter,
How tall is Luca?
6'5".
I'm
What
gonna
if
make
we?
an argument. So he's still the one. Can I make a small ball that's not that small ball-y lineup argument though? Like it's not that small.
The problem is I hate all the other small guards, but depending on who you talk through,
So I was gonna say we could still go we still go Luca, we still go Seth. I think you go Powell, Wilson, Visar.
Yeah, that's that. I love that.
Yeah, I think that lineup's really good.
I think that might actually be their best lineup if they get to
Yeah,
it.
that's like a 4 or 5 seed type, maybe even higher lineup. That's a really good lineup.
If Luca's good, I think we end up seeing that a lot for sure.
Even if he isn't good, Jonathan Powell's very, very good. I cannot believe West Virginia let him get away.
Wow. If that's true, I mean, you watched him at West Virginia. If that's true, I got to start taking UNC seriously, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he was a true freshman, don't get me wrong. So it's not like he was like mind blowing, but the flashes he showed, like I'm a big Jonathan Powell guy. When I even texted Riley on the side when they got him, I was like, "Hey, you got one in Jonathan Powell for real."
Hey, that's big time. All right. Well, there you have it. 10 lineups we want to see this season. Let's end the show today with a little college football, folks. Heisman Trophy is what we're going to talk about. Week 1 is here. We'll have a lot of college football on the channel in general throughout the next week or so, but it's good that you and I get to do this. You watch a lot of college football. We're texting and betting this all season long, every single year. So let's do Heisman Trophy candidates. We don't have to frame this through the lens of betting. But if you want to talk betting odds to kind of help us with this conversation, we can. I strictly want to come out of this with our 5 players we think are likely to actually win the Heisman Trophy this year. That's the goal.
Okay. It doesn't have to be betting, but like it could just be like Arch Manning's got to be on the list.
Arch Manning's the betting favorite. If we're going through the way DraftKings has the sportsbook odds right now, Arch is the favorite. Garrett Nussmeier, LSU second. Cade Klubnik, Clemson third. Jeremiah Smith fourth. Drew Aller, Carson Beck, Sam Levitt, Lenora Sellers, DJ Lagway, Ty Simpson are next. We've talked about how this feels like a wide open year in college football. I think the Heisman odds would indicate that. It's a weird year at the top with the quote unquote elites of this sport if Drew Aller's being viewed like one of the dogs of the entire sport. So yeah, I don't know.
You know, Aller's like projected to be the first QB off the board in the draft.
Yeah, I've heard that, which is again mind-bendingly crazy to me.
Absolutely insane. I got friends that don't watch college football, but they play the game. They're like, "Yo, what do you think of Drew?" I'm like, "Yo, he stinks."
Yeah, that's pretty much. I tried to be the Drew Aller defender last year. Didn't last long,
No.
folks. So all right, let's start with this. We have not talked before this. We should both have the same number 1 here, I think.
Arch.
Oh, I was gonna give you a different name.
Who are you getting? Nussmeier?
Uh-uh.
Whoa, who do you got besides those two?
I think it's Jeremiah.
Oh,
I mean, I know it's unorthodox for a non QB, but I think he is so clearly the best player in the sport. And I do think if Ohio State's good, he's going to get the benefit of the narrative doubt of feeling like he's dragging a no name quarterback to a good season.
yeah. Also, for me, the only reason I hesitate with him is I have no idea if Julian Sain can get him the ball. But like, yeah, he's definitely the best player in the sport. Ryan Williams should be on the list too. Like, if we're gonna do, like, I think they both should be up there.
Counterpoint, I think you and I could throw the ball and Jeremiah Williams or Jeremiah Smith would find a way to get it. So
That's it. He's insane.
but
Yeah.
if you want to convince me that Arch is more likely than him, I'll listen to that argument because Arch is definitely on this list too.
I mean, I know Travis Hunter won it last year. Don't get me wrong, but like, if it doesn't, like you said, it's not necessarily betting odds. It's our 5 Heisman candidates, but I'm always going to lean QB because I just think it's 95% most likely a quarterback wins it. That's really the only argument.
Do you believe in Arch's ability to that level? Like, just no bullshit. Do you think he's going to be that good?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I think that's the thing with Arch is you can't like no one can tell me for certain that you don't think he's good. I also don't want to hear that you think he's like the greatest quarterback prospect ever. I don't believe anybody knows. I think the unknown going into it, I personally would not put my money on Arch right now. Like if you want my favorite Heisman bet, it's DJ Lagway and it's not close. But I think like Arch is gonna be a Heisman candidate throughout the year because Texas is really good. So as long as Arch is like halfway decent, I think Texas is undefeated. And if you're undefeated in the SEC, Arch is in the race.
Okay. All right. Let's put Arch 1. I like that. Do you want to go the receivers next, or are there other quarterbacks you want to give me a pitch on?
Lagway is my favorite bet. He's also my favorite quarterback in the country.
Give me a pitch on Lagway in general because we're in the same Sleepers college football fantasy draft right now. And I like basically tanked QB and was going to pick one up. And I looked in round 11 and there were 30 quarterbacks already taken and Lagway was still available. I was like, wait a second, isn't this supposed to be the best guy in the whole sport? Uh, then I looked up his numbers from last year, made sense why he was still available. He stunk last year.
Didn't know. As someone that took the Navy QB third round, which is also why I went on auto draft, like the fifth round, by the way. But as the guy that took the Navy QB third round, had no idea Lagway went in the 11th. I definitely would have taken him. I think he has the biggest arm in the sport. I think if you compare it to NFL arms, just in terms of like strength, I think you're talking about one of the 5 to 10 best arm, like strongest arms, regardless of college or pros. I think he can move. I think he has decision-making issues and his release could get quicker, but I also think he was a true freshman in the SEC last year. Of course, he had decision-making issues. I think he can clean it up going into year two.
So he's baby Joe Milton.
He is more Bryce Underwood, Cam Newton to me.
Okay.
I think the Bryce Underwood, Cam Newton, DJ Lagway mold. Those are the same three. Those are very similar guys to me. And I would not have him on the list. I don't think Michigan's that good, but hypothetically, like Bryce Underwood should be living on this list for the next few years.
I'm not convinced of the DJ Lagway answer, but I'm going to give you it just because I see the argument for it. But I really do think he might just be Joe Milton 2.0. I
Yeah.
would like the two wide receivers next, though. If we go Arch, then DJ, Jeremiah Smith, then Ryan Williams, 3 and 4. I think they're the best two players in the sport.
Easy. And they shouldn't have to play their junior year, by the way. They should
Yeah,
be able to just go to the NFL.
that's where I'm at. All right, so we need one more. Give me a fifth
That's
guy. I have
not
a couple sleepers if we want. I'm not super into Nuss or Klubnik. Klubnik probably does belong. Sam Levitt, I do really believe in based on what he did last year. Like I just think especially now that the running back's out of there, they might feature him even more and get him some running touchdowns. But um, I don't know. I like him, and then as a sleeper, I really like the Texas A&M QB Marcel Reed, who like people don't think he can throw, but I'm kind of in on him throwing.
I I'm out on Club Nick. Uh I don't dislike Reed. The amount of times Texas A&M was like 3 or 4 point dogs at home and I bet on them and then Reed stunk it up though. Like
Yeah,
that kind of got to me. But I don't dislike it.
it did happen a lot. There's no denying it did happen a lot. Are you actually not you? Are we still Raiola guys?
Ooh.
I'm not, but I will be if you are. Like that's why I'm asking coming into the season. Do I still have to pretend I believe in Raiola?
I don't believe in Raiola like the college Heisman candidate. Do I believe in Raiola as like a good NFL quarterback still? Yeah. But I don't think Raiola has like that college type of game.
Got it. Okay. Then I would like either Marcel Reed or Levitt. I think that's the pick at 5.
I would go, what about Mensa?
Not a
Anytime he
Duke.
could be involved?
Not
No?
a Duke.
No. Um, I would go Levitt instead of Reed.
Okay. All right. So our official big board Heisman Trophy candidates: Arch Manning, DJ Lagway, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, and Sam Levitt. One big thing presented by nobody. What do you have, Dion?
What big thing? Um, Big one for me. Forward. Always keep moving forward. Never look back. It is what it is. Things happen. I've been talking to my staff about this. It's been a long couple weeks for them getting their programs up and running. They turned to me for a lot of stuff. They're like, this is going wrong, that's going wrong. Sick. What are you gonna do? It already went wrong. Keep pushing forward no matter what way you can, even if it's a baby step. Nothing's gonna change if you dwell on what went wrong. Just keep moving forward. It's never gonna stop.
You damn Skippy. Words to live by. My one big thing, I wrote the newsletter this week for the first time this year, and it's one of those things by the end of the season, every single year, I get sick of the newsletter, and I'm like, I'm so happy I have a break from this. We get nothing for it. Like, of all things we do, there is zero ROI. We make no money. There's zero benefit whatsoever. Half the time we tweet it out, and like nobody responds to it. But I don't know. I don't even like writing like that. But for some reason, this format of what we do with the newsletter, I end up liking. Carter makes me laugh, and I get to like be introspective. Anyways, I wrote the first one with like no plan for what I was going to write about. I went to a coffee shop, and I had like 90 minutes before going to the dentist yesterday. And I was like, I'm just going to sit and see what comes out. And I don't know. I love what came out. I loved writing the newsletter this week. Good feedback on episode 1. So a lot more of those come. We're doing that every single week. Carter and I doing the Sleepers Bets newsletter. College football betting mixed in, but the reality is the newsletter is not even about betting. We just do a little bets at the end. So go read that. More to come this week. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll have a fun football season all together here on the Sleepers Media channel.